transformation is not a process that we can control. We're so used to being productive over being present, crashing out over expressing our emotions. The girls love crashing out, but really you don't gotta crash out if you don't want to. If we just allow ourselves to feel through what we need to, we wouldn't have to go through as much controversy, as many obstacles. When we find our way, we help other people to find their way. If you want to plant new seeds, you got to tend the soil first. Even if you're the only person that shows up for you, that's enough. Ooh, girl, that was a bar. I'm gonna have to write that bitch down. This is the time where everything that you practice, everything that you've learned, all the tools you've implemented will become integrated in your being. So you'll be able to walk it out. Hello, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hola. Hi guys, we're back. Welcome to season 4 of Breakfast with BB, the mindfulness and spirituality podcast that will get you right and simplify spirituality, mindfulness, all the concepts, all the things. Honestly, the language around spirituality is just a little bit complicated and convoluted. I'm here to simplify. I'm here to help you as you continue upon your journey, as you continue to heal, as you continue to grow and evolve and expand. I'm here to help you do that and hopefully give you some tips and tricks to make your process of evolution a little bit easier, a little bit more graceful. If we just allow ourselves to feel through what we need to, we wouldn't have to go through as many obstacles as we do. Yet we are human, so we're a bit hard-headed. But I'm here to speak to the human aspect of you as well as the divine version of you, the divine being that you are, that surpasses the title of man, woman, daughter, husband, child. I'm here to speak a little life into you, and hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you can take this in and receive it. I'm actually here recording in Central Park today. I'm really excited. Basically, what we're going to be focusing on is transformation, and transformation via the experience of growth. I feel like it's important for us to really register, not just in our mind's eye, not just in our psyche, but in our heart and in our soul, that transformation is not a process that we can control. Much like nature, much like the grass, plants, leaves, trees, we often think if I plant the seed, it's going to grow in this way at this time. But if you're a planter, you know this, you got to be okay with not seeing a result within the first day that you plant the seed. Learning how to water seeds properly, because not all plants require the same kind of nourishment or nutrients. For this season, we're going to be focusing on resurgence, because that's what growth is. It's a resurgence and a renewal and a revitalization of your energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It only changes form. So if we really want to up level, if we really want to elevate, if we really want to transform, we got to be willing to be renewed. I feel like it's important as we walk in this new season that we don't just fellowship in the same ways that we used to, that we don't just live out our lives in the same ways that we have, that we're willing to release the patterns so that we can actually take in the bounty of the resurgence, that we can take in the bounty of who we are becoming and who we are now, and really accept ourselves in every moment of our journey. That's what leads to evolution. That's what leads to expansion. As they say, the only way out is through. Sometimes we got to surrender to the wilderness. Sometimes we got to be okay with not knowing what's going to happen and still be in it, so we can see the resurgence, so we can experience the resurgence, so that we can actually take in whatever's coming our way. A seed has to be able to receive nutrients, receive water, receive sunlight. This is a season of receiving. And I really want to speak to the people that have been in their bag, who have been in their healing, who have been surrendering, crying out shit, releasing shit, purging stuff, and wondering why life seems to be feeling more difficult and more overwhelming and more burdensome, even though they know they're doing the work, they know they're surrendering, they know they're being present with their emotions and expressing their emotions and feeling their emotions and not just projecting on other people. I'm here to speak to that crowd, to you directly, because if you're still watching this, that tells me that you've been going through it a little bit. And I get it, I understand, I can relate. That's why I ain't been on YouTube in a year, but I'm back because I know this is the time of resurgence. This is the time of renewal. This is the time where everything that you practice, everything that you've learned, all the tools you've implemented will become integrated in your being. So you'll be able to walk it out. That's what self-embodiment is. That's what self-fulfillment is. That's what true joy is. It's a state of being. Everybody wants to feel joy, but like, you can't force that. You can't force creativity. You can't force transformation. Truthfully, you can't force it. It's something you have to surrender to, allow, become one with, merge with. As I'm in New York, I'm like, what is the deal? Why am I not feeling like I belong here? Why am I not feeling like I can really connect with certain people? Why am I feeling so out of the box? I'm a very sensitive soul. I know that about myself. I'm very aware of that fact. The more I'm around other people, I'm recognizing that a lot of people are actually on autopilot. I was talking to one of my friends the other day. I was telling him my experience, and he was like, honestly, you got to take into account, like, New Yorkers are on autopilot. And I was like, oh shit. You got me there. And it opened something up for me that I don't think I had really been willing to look at. it helped me to see things from a new perspective. It helped me to hold more grace and compassion for the people of this city, because honestly, it's not easy living in New York, and I don't live here full time. I'm just here a lot for business and pleasure. I work for myself, so I get up and go when I want to, if I have the funds. And so I'm here, and I've been here for 2 months. And my friends, they've been kind of explaining to me, like, honestly, you're able to do the work. A lot of people here don't feel safe to do the work. They actually got to go clock in, and they got to be around people who may treat them bad and may harm them, may just not honor them in the ways they want to be honored or need to be honored. When you feel like you don't have what you need, oftentimes you will go into that survival pocket, survival mode, fight or flight. And a lot of people here are in fight or flight. That's why I was like, let me go to the park. Let me sit on some motherfucking grass and just flesh this thing out. Let it flow through in its own timing, in its own space, in its own way. I even had plans after the fact. I was going to meet up with one of my friends, and I was like, actually, no, this isn't going to work for me today. This isn't going to work for me. I need to show up for myself. I need to put myself first. I need to feed back into my own seed so I can experience the resurgence of my true self, my integrated and empowered self. And that's what I was learning yesterday as I went through my breathwork session with my friend Cierra. I'm going to leave her information for you guys on the screen and down below if you want to connect with her. She lives in Brooklyn. Super duper sweet soul. She honestly helped me through so much. I didn't even realize I had some of that stuff still sitting up inside of me. I was like, oh shit. Wow. This is what I've been preparing for. This is what I've been expanding for, so that when I am in this mode of extreme transformation in real time, I can handle it. I have the capacity to handle it, because truthfully, resurgence also requires capacity. If you can't hold the voltage or the wattage of a light bulb, it may not light up. If you're trying to reap the harvest, but you don't even have any baskets to take in the fruit or the vegetables, what? You're going to be making several trips. It's going to be a whole mess. If you want to plant new seeds, you got to tend the soil first. You got to ensure that the ground is nourished enough to actually hold and support the seeds that you're planting, or the seedlings, okay? A lot of us have been in that mode where we've been doing the work to support the new life that we're feeling called to, but we're not necessarily in that place yet where we're like, okay, I know this is what I've been working towards. And honestly, truly, that's an aspect of your ego that's wanting to know the end result anyways, because we're always going to be working towards something technically, or I don't want to say that. We're always going to be evolving and expanding. Sometimes it'll feel like work. Sometimes it'll feel like grace. Sometimes it'll feel like fun. Sometimes it'll feel like ease. Sometimes it'll feel like resistance and confusion. And all of that is okay. It's really okay to feel like you feel as you feel what you feel, be who you are, be as you are, be where you are. Take in your experience in this moment, because you don't have any control over the past. You don't have too much control over the future. Sometimes all you can do is be with yourself, commune with God, and really allow the Spirit of God, the Spirit of the divine, the Spirit of source consciousness to merge with you, to teach you, to grow you, to love on you in an unconditional way. We don't know what love is in its fullest and highest capacity. We've forgotten. This is a realm of forgetfulness, oblivion. If you've ever seen Harry Potter, there's a spell that they do. It's called Obliviate. And if you perform that spell on someone, they forget everything. They lose all of their memory. Technically, we're in a space, we're in a realm, we're in a dimension where we have forgotten ourselves. We've forgotten our true power, how great we are, how wonderful we are, how amazing we are. And also, we've forgotten oneness. We've forgotten how to play with light and darkness, how to be open to understanding things in a new way, from a new perspective. If you're a seed, right, you got to go into the depths of darkness, in the dirt. And sometimes you'll be under there for a while before anything sprouts forth, before you even see the light for real, before you even feel the sun on you for real. But we're so quick and so used to just wanting what feels good, just wanting the pleasure, when in reality, the discomfort is what is leading to your betterment. It's working for your good. It's the darkness that amplifies your light. And if you're willing to surrender to where you're at, if you're willing to undergo the process of resurgence and transformation, you will surge up out the ground. You will evolve and expand, literally project like a rocket. But you won't need to project onto other people. That's what we're not trying to do in this season, okay? I just wanted to stop by to remind you guys that, like, where you're at is okay. It's right in divine timing. It's right on purpose. You're right where you need to be. We have no one to impress. My favorite speaker, her name is Lisa Nichols. She says, I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to defend. And I have nothing to protect. Therefore, who do I choose to be? Who do I choose to be now? In the now. If I'm reminded of my power, if I'm in alignment with my truth, if I'm anchored in my being, I can make conscious decisions from a place in a space of love and self-truth and truth in general. So I may not need to crash out as much. I may not need to hurt other people. I may not need to project on people. That doesn't mean you're not gonna fuck up sometimes. You're gonna fuck up. That's guaranteed. That's the aspect of being human, is being integrated in this experience. To be willing to forget yourself, to lose your way, to make mistakes, all for the purpose of evolution, of expansion, of growing, of figuring out who you are, of expanding who you are. Everything that we do affects the entirety of existence. So when we make mistakes, we're teaching God and God is teaching us. When we find our way, we help other people to find their way. When we are okay with the darkness, allowing the darkness to teach us the lessons that we need to learn, technically everything is a lesson that God would have us learn. In my opinion, that's what I believe. But if we allow the darkness and the light, all of it, to teach us the lessons that we have to learn, then we can grow into fuller, more expressive, more divine, more integrated and aligned versions of ourselves. We can align with the greatest versions of ourselves. And you are that version right now. You're gonna keep learning, you're gonna keep growing. Sometimes I feel like a caterpillar, sometimes I feel like I'm in the cocoon, sometimes I feel like the butterfly, but really, it's okay. All of it is all right. Let it be. Be responsible for yourself in this season. Be responsible for your energy and how you show up. Do your emotional labor and your life will unfold and take care of itself. Don't take on too many other people's burdens. Don't take on too many responsibilities. Leave space for your transformation because you are sprouting forth, seedling. You are sprouting and it's going to be good and it's going to be amazing. So trust yourself. Lean on those who have the capacity to receive you as you are now. Trust yourself and show up for yourself. Literally, Cierra, that's the breathwork coach I worked with yesterday. She was telling me, she was like, even if you're the only person that shows up for you, that's enough. And I was like, ooh, girl, that was a bar. I'm gonna have to write that bitch down. She's right. Even if I'm the only one that shows up for me, that's enough because I am enough. You are enough. You have the capacity, you have the courage, you have the strength to handle what's right now in your moment presenting itself to you. I had this whole episode scripted out. I had a dialogue. I was going to read it word for word. Clearly something else emerged. Clearly something else needed to present itself. And hopefully this turns out good. Hopefully y'all like it. Hopefully it hits something. It hits home. Hopefully it registers in your spirit and your soul and your heart and in your mind because all things work together, y'all. Okay? Divine Trinity, Holy Trinity. If it hurts you, okay. Look at what's hurting. Be present with what you're feeling. If it helps you, okay, cool. If it triggers you, all right, that's okay. You're allowed to feel triggered. You can handle difficult situations. It's like learning to ride a bike. You might fall off that bitch, but you will get back up because you can recover. You have the capacity to recover. Right now, I'm practicing that in real time. This month, this year has put me through the ringer, bitch. But I knew in my heart of hearts, I knew I was being purified and transformed, and now I feel so much more empowered within myself. I turn on the camera, and even as I felt a little nervousness, it wasn't because I had the camera on. Normally I'll get nervous just because, or I'll feel nervous just because the camera's in my face. But now it's like, oh, I'm only feeling nervousness because I feel like there's 50,000 people watching me. I'm in a crowded ass park. Central Park is humongous. But even then, I'm okay. Even then, I can recover. You can handle it. You're doing great. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you and all the work that you've done. I'm so glad that we are able to support one another. If you need support, comment down below. I need support. Let us know how you want to be supported. DM me, message me. I'm on all the socials. You can find me at Breakfast with BB, the podcast, on TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the things. You can also find my regular socials. That's Brandon Nicholas Baker. If you need some help, if you need a listening ear, if you want a consultation, because actually I've been working with people recently. I've been having people kind of come to me and just say, hey, can I talk to you? And I'll pay you for it. And I'm like, okay. It's been really kind of fun to witness this transformation and this new unfolding in this time period. But yeah, join this community, reach out, leave a comment, subscribe. We're not playing games this season. I feel something unbirthing and I want to make sure that I'm present for it, that I'm releasing what needs to be released, that I'm expressing what needs to be expressed, and that I'm showing up for myself and for y'all, because we need each other. I need you and you need me. Okay, we are a part of one body. That is oneness. I'm here with y'all. I love you so much. I'm sending you so much light and love. You got this. You can do this. I believe in you. I'm supporting you. Also, I've had people wanting to leave donations. So if you want to support me, if you want to leave a donation, I'll put it on the screen and leave a link down below. But anyways, it's getting hot, so I got to get the fuck up out of here because I'm sweating bullets. I'm excited. It's going to be a great season. Know that your divine gifts are coming online in this season. know that you're going to experience the abundance of everything that you've been working towards. Every seed that you planted, every night that you cried, everything you've released, every healing session you've been to, every therapy session you've went to, every part of you that has shown up for yourself throughout this journey is going to culminate in the best for you in this new and present reality. So hold tight. Stand firm, know who you are, trust yourself, and be open to new things, okay? Be open to being a new person, be open to things presenting themselves in new ways, because truthfully, the divine will delight and surprise you every time. God will delight and surprise you every single time if you allow him, if you let him. This is a game of give and take. I love you, and I'm rooting for you. Thank you for taking your time out to spend it with me. You got this. I'm gonna go. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. I my love. Bye.